It's the Wythenshawe Radio News Hour with Ben. And tonight I'm joined by a very special guest. He's a local poet and artist. His name is Andrew Allen Matthews. He does art about from Salford, from Manchester City Centre, from Moss Side where he grew up, and even from Northern Moor and Wythenshawe and Sale and all around. He's an all-round great artist and poet, and we're going to hear some of his poetry, I'm sure, later on. But the reason we've got him on is because he also helps out with Wythenshawe Safety Patrol, and he wants it to raise some money for them, and he wants you to dip your hand in your pockets and support them, and he's going to tell us a bit about the work they do.
I used to work in Manchester City Centre as a call centre advisor, and I used to see homeless all over Manchester and Wythenshawe in the cold and freezing winter and wet weather. So I kind of help out when I can on safety patrols, and also donate monthly to Wythenshawe Safety Patrol, trying to help the homeless and vulnerable people get back on their feet. They also make sure that they're helping the true homeless and vulnerable people, and not the gangs who operate exploiting people's good nature of donations. So Wythenshawe Safety Patrol makes sure that the funds go to the real people in need. So it's important to say that, really. So if you can go, the outreach team supply tents, food and welfare checks, and also do urgent referrals to Manchester City Council to get them off the streets and into a home. So if anyone can donate to them as well, that would help the vulnerable people in need. They're on Facebook. Just type in Wythenshawe Safety Patrol donation page, and it tells you the instructions how you can donate to help them out, because they're in dire straits with trying to get the funding at the moment. So I'm a kind of a Mancunian artist. I do short stories and paintings to help raise awareness of the plight of the homeless on people, places and social issues in and around Manchester, Salford and beyond. So for every limited edition print of me homeless collection, I'm going to donate £5 to Wythenshawe Safety Patrol. So you can check out my collection of paintings and my homeless collection and limited edition prints and videos on my website, which is andrewallenmatthews.co.uk. And let's see if we can help some of the homeless people in need.
So tell us a bit about the work Wythenshawe Safety Patrol. Tell us a bit of some of the work they've done. Is there a story? Is there a success you can sell us, or just tell us a bit about what you've achieved?
I guess I was out two weeks ago on a safety patrol during the day, and was on Norris Road, and I came across this homeless person who'd fallen over in the street, smashed a bottle on the ground, cut his hand. A nurse pulled up and a couple of other people, and he was quite drunk and didn't want any help. He was adamant he didn't want any help. He was living rough on the Mersey, and we managed to persuade him to get some help, and I referred him to Wythenshawe Safety Patrol on that day, and they then are actually helping him now. Helping with getting him a tent, and also food and doing welfare checks, and also doing the urgent referrals to Manchester City Council to get him back off the streets and into home. He was a war veteran in his 60s, and I thought it was a crying shame, like the homeless people like that really need help, and he wasn't asking for help. He was just living in a field somewhere off his army skills. So it's just something I really want to help people with, really. So I'm only work part-time. I'm not a rich man. I do the best I can, and I try and help out when I can on these safety patrols, and it gives me great satisfaction to know that I've helped him get on the ladder back to good being, really. So that's the type of thing Wythenshawe Safety Patrol do. There's other people on the team. They go out nights all over Wythenshawe, trying to find vulnerable people and trying to help them in the best way they can, especially this day and age. There's loads of people homeless at the moment as well. I'm a very lucky man I'm a very rich man now because I've got a house and home to go to, but these people haven't. So yeah, I'm just trying to help out when I can.
And it's quite a common thing, isn't it, for people in the armed forces to become homeless and think the
Yeah,
ex-service or
there was another armed forces gent was living in Wythenshawe Park. Hopefully he's got help. I've not seen him around for a while now, but there is yeah, they have a lot of PTSD as well. So
mm.
he's not just I mean, you get the gangs who operate, and everybody knows it, and say Wythenshawe Safety Patrol make sure that them type of gangs are moved on. So they do a really important role in Wythenshawe, and I think to get the funds for that would be fantastic. So if you can donate to them, just type in Facebook Wythenshawe Safety Patrol donation page, and hopefully, if you can find in your heart to do that, that would be helpful to them. Yeah.
Mm. And do you think that homelessness is because we associate it with all the city centre, don't we? But is it becoming
Yeah,
more of a problem now out in the suburbs?
yeah, it's kind of spreading out. I mean, it was just recently on the news where they was outside Manchester Town Hall and they moved them on, but they just moved further down the road, didn't they? So intense and everything. But um, it's something that really needs to be done instead of spending money on wars and all sorts of things. There should be helping people in need. In my opinion.
And I love your poetry as well. And I don't know if you're going to read anything for us tonight, but it it
Yeah,
it, I just love the way you deliver it. I just think it's absolutely superb. And
no, thank you, Ben. It's very
I,
kind of you.
yeah, no, I just think it's great. And when you and combined with the picture, the painting, when you get the two together, it's just really. I really think
Yeah,
it's
I
fantastic.
can like put me short stories, sometimes poetry and social issues and people and places, and kind of put some meat on the bones of the paintings. I think and makes it all a whole rounded figure really. So I'm going to read out a poem of Salford Precinct by Day, and it's called Salford Skid Row. So here we go. Salford Skid Row, people on the go, trying to make ends meet in a Salford shopping street. Treats in the shops, robbers are robbing it, flogging it in the local pub. As an ancient lady hobbles and wobbles into the bank, heart sank, 'cause she asked for a loan. Told to go home. Bank accounts are empty in this land of plenty. Yeah, times are hard these days. She's seen better days, 'cause it's Salford precincts, and back in the day, Wally's on the front. She was battered off back then. She thinks again. It's always been like this. She won't miss the good old days. But what she doesn't know, scratch card in her bag, £100 on the go. He'll see her through. She'll survive another week in the flat over the road. Life can be cruel in this Salford town, where people get down, frown and drown. Yeah, Salford Skid Row, people on the go, trying to make ends meet, surviving on a Salford shopping street. Scratch cards, just a treat. And I think that can be reflected in Wythenshawe Civic Centre as well, I say. It's
Yeah,
all about an old lady and with the cost of living crisis at the moment, it's hitting everybody.
yeah.
So I thought I'd do a painting and a bit of social commentary on that really.